let's just call it broadband deserts for people where they do not have access. And so their only option is telephonic care. And, at this point, we could probably argue, is it that much better for a video visit versus a telephonic visit? Quite frankly, if I'm talking to my doctor and they ask the right questions and I tell them some things, a lot of times they can say, yeah, it's an earache, I'm going to prescribe fill in the blank. But there are times where that video visit, they look at you and say, no, there's something else going on here. You should go to the ED. So clearly video would be better, but still a 60 some odd percent is still telephonic. It's crazy.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, there's so many things like we could get into. So like on the phone thing for a moment here, I think it just depends on the situation. Like I've also read like conflicting articles. I don't consider myself to have equity, issues for myself, but I don't have good broadband where I am. I'm 40 miles outside of Washington, DC, and I have 3 forms of internet here, and none of them are high speed. So I'm speaking to you on a satellite internet, which is unstable. And then I have 2 hotspots as a backup. And it's spotty. I mean, there's also, I think one of the things we might see in infrastructure is some broadband funding, which will be really helpful to the healthcare sector. So that's good. Back to the audio for a moment. So I was just looking, we have this great resource. I can send it to you. It's a little dated, but I can send it over. So Medicare, right? What does Medicare do? They moved forward recently with like these, what they call technology services. They're not housed under the typical, again, here we go with like Washington, DC, like splitting hairs, but they're not under like that bucket of the majority of telehealth services that Medicare is prohibited from really doing unless Congress changes things. They said, oh, okay, we'll let you do phone calls. Doctor can look at a video or an image and decide if you need to come into the office. So I could send this to you that might be helpful for your listeners to take a look at that. There's like these little toes in the water